The game featured in this month's video is Aliens Go Home Run, a unique little twist on the Breakout genre, combining both Breakout and shoot-'em-up mechanics. It's a really fun, really interesting game. It really kind of gets addicting after a while. It's currently out now on Steam. If you want to check it out, then there's a link in the description down below under the featured game tab. Without further ado, here is this month's channel update. Hey everybody, what's up? UltraMag64 here, and happy 4th of July if you live in the US, and happy just July in general if you live elsewhere. Welcome to another channel update. So last month we premiered Anna Monday, which was a fantastic hit with Persona 5. We actually just finished Persona 5 this Monday, and it was a glorious 14-hour event. And good gravy. I don't know. I part of me is exhausted from it because I'm recording this literally a few hours after that had finished, and part of me is thinking like maybe we should do that once a month or something like that. Like just have a really long game stream for like 10, 15, whatever hours, however many hours we could pull, and just go, you know, something like that. Because it seemed like you guys really enjoyed that, and I had fun with it. Granted, I got a little tired about, like, the tail end of it, but hey, you know what? That just kind of happens. But if I prepare myself for it, if I know it's gonna happen, then I can prepare myself adequately and be like, cool, we're just gonna rock'em sock'em robots through this thing. But needless to say, you guys really enjoyed Persona 5, and you really enjoy Anna Monday, which we're gonna keep going with that. We're just gonna keep making more anime games. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I'm thinking Sword Art Online, but if you guys have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. But as an old series dies, a new one must rise. And we saw the bright return with the newest update to Fallout Equestria 2D. Or Fallout Equestria Into the Second Dimension. Basically whatever you want to call that game. And we played a lot of that. We actually explored the story content they have thus far, and we're going to continue the series as more stories added, because you guys really love Fallout, especially Fallout Equestria. Like, seriously, my New Vegas streams, we're going to keep doing New Vegas stuff, I guess. Or Fallout in general. I hope one day we can play Fallout VR, see how that is. But regardless, Fallout Equestria 2D is still going to be coming along, just unfortunately there won't be weekly episodes because there's not a whole lot else for me to do. One livestream I think will do us good, and I think that it'll really put a nice kind of pin in the series for the time being until there's another update. Which at the pace these updates are coming out, might be soon. And then in terms of other new things that hit the channel, we have Rainbow Runners. Now this is a game made by Budge, and we had a little bit of a blast with Harmony Quest, so I figured why not give Budge another shot. And this game is actually a lot better than their previous one. Not perfect, mind you, but I think that it's a lot better than the one-handed wonder that was Harmony Quest. And in other news, I'm also doing my first giveaway. Basically, the guys over at CodeSync decided, hey, let's contact Magnus and have him do a giveaway, and we're doing that. Basically, I'm playing Shu, Caverns of the Nightjars, the new DLC expansion that came out for Shu, which we played Shu previously, but anyway. Caverns of the Nightjars is really, really interesting. It's a lot harder than I remember Shu being, but then again, I mean, it's post-DLC. It probably would be hard. But seeing as this is my first giveaway, it might be a little bit rocky. I'm not sure. I still need to fine-tune some things. I feel like there's room for improvement in the way I structure my giveaways and whatnot. But hopefully, if you guys enjoy this giveaway, we'll be able to do more, and I'll get better and better at it, and then eventually we'll just be like, cool, we're giving away, like, I don't know, an HTC Vive or something like that. How cool would that be, though? Like, seriously, if I could make it like that, that'd be awesome. But in terms of upcoming things that you're going to look forward to, what do we got planned on the channel? Well, there's a new Daring Do game that just came out a few days ago, and I'm gonna make a series of it. I don't know how long the series will go, because I just started the darn game, but hey, you know what? It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be a blast, we're gonna have fun. And a quick news update for all of you Pinkamena fans out there. So, I've gotten a word that Pinkamena was taken down from the Android App Store, and yes, I can confirm this. However, it's back up. That's right, Pinkamena is back up for all your pony slaughtering needs, except it's got a new name. It's called Slaughterhorse, and it's basically the same game. I mean, there's nothing that's different about it. It's just they had to change a few things because, you know, copyrights and whatnot. But I'm glad to see it's back up, and hopefully we see more from it. I'll be covering it as things continue, might do a small video about it, who knows. But anyway, enough about talking about games about small ponies, let's talk about games that are coming out this month, the month of July. At least games that interest me. There are way more games that come out that I don't talk about here, but just the games I'm interested in, and might do a video on, I talk about here. I was afraid that people might be confused that those are the only games that are coming out. That's not the case. So, on July 18th, we have Yonder the Cloudcatcher Chronicles. So, Yonder is this game where you're kind of this kid who's stuck on an island and has to figure out what exactly is going on. It's a mysterious place filled with mysterious wonders, such as sprite companions and kindly townsfolk. However, it's not all swords and sorcery here. You can do other things, such as fish, farm, craft, trade. It's really, really neat looking, and I really love its graphical presentation. It's kind of got that Wind Waker vibe to me, and I'm really jamming for a game like that. So I'm gonna keep my eye on Yonder, and hopefully we'll see a video about it sometime in the future. Next up is Layton's Mystery Journey, Catrielli and the Millionaires Conspiracy, coming out July 20th. And good gravy, that's a mouthful. You'd think, you know what, we're just gonna call it Layton Mystery. But basically, this is the Lady Layton game that was announced sometime last year. I believe like on the tail end of last year it was announced. And I love the Layton series. I am a huge Professor Layton fan. I suck at the games because I am not smart, but I do love me the stories they weave and the interesting puzzles they come up with. And you can bet your bottom dollar I will be playing this. Speaking of dollars, it is coming out for the iOS and Android app stores, and then it's also coming out for the 3DS later this year, but unfortunately that doesn't have a date yet as far as I know. But it is launching on the mobile platforms first on July 20th, which I'll probably double dip in on this one. I'm probably going to get it on mobile and 3DS as well, just depends. Although, really wish it was coming to Switch. That'd be just dandy. Speaking of things that are coming to Switch, on the day after that, July 21st, we have Splatoon 2! Now, unfortunately, we don't know, honestly, that much about Splatoon 2. There should be a direct coming out, I think, today or tomorrow, depending on when I upload this video. But basically, if you played Splatoon 1, it's kind of the same bag. You play as an Inkling boy or girl, and you go around splatting people and painting places. Not to mention there is a story campaign to it, where one of the Inkling sisters has gone mysteriously missing, and that's about it, honestly. That's all I can tell you. There's gonna be a new gun called a Splat Doolies, and if you watched me play the global test splat, or Splatfire, whatever that thing was called, then you'll know kind of what you're gonna get into. Mostly Splatoon's played for its multiplayer, and I will admit it does breathe a breath of fresh air in the multiplayer shooter genre, and it's one of my favorites that I played on the Wii U. So I'm hopeful for Splatoon 2, and I'll be picking it up at launch. And then on July 25th, we have Fate Extella the Umbral Star. Now this game was actually released last year on the PS4 and Vita, but it's now being transferred to the Switch, and I am really excited. I've always enjoyed the Fate series, although I've never played the RPGs, I've mostly watched the anime. But I really am excited to see what they're gonna do with this game. It's kind of a Dynasty Warriors style game, except more of an arena brawler type game. But it just seems like one of those games that I'm gonna really enjoy on the go. I'm gonna try really hard to get this one and maybe do an Anime Monday about it. Or, who knows, maybe something else. And then on the same day, we have Fortnite. Now, Fortnite kind of is an interesting situation right now. Basically, Fortnite is going to be a free-to-play game, but you can pay to have early access to the game itself while it's in development. It's kind of a weird, interesting way of doing things, and I'm kind of curious how it's going to turn out. But Fortnite itself looks really cool. It's basically this wave-based co-op game where you build a fort and protect it from an oncoming storm of Zambinis and also Storm. I mean, it gets more simple than that. It looks like it's got kind of an interesting Saints Row-y style of humor and whatnot, and very tongue-in-cheek, along with some wacky, crazy weapons from Sunset Overdrive and whatnot. It looks like my kind of game, and I'm interested to see it. I just hope I can get some friends to play with me. And then on the same day, man, July 25th is really busy this year. We have Prey! I'm not sure how to actually pronounce this one. Pyre. coming to PS4 and PC. Now this is a team-based RPG from the guys that brought us Bastion and Transistor, and both those games are one of my favorite games to play, especially just whenever I want. And I am very excited for Prey. It looks interesting. I'm just going to call it Prey. I know that's not how you pronounce it, but I'm going to do it anyway. But it looks beautiful, it looks wonderful, and the pedigree behind it is phenomenal. I have a feeling this is going to be another slam dunk for them, and I hope I get to play it. But speaking of games and playing them, on July 27th, we have Danganronpa, another episode, Ultra Despair Girls. Now, I've actually played this game, and I'm a huge fan of the Danganronpa series. I own every single one. I even own the special edition for the second one. And I plan to get the special edition for the third one that's coming out, but we'll see on funding for that. Ultra Despair Girls is a spin-off title from the Danganronpa series, taking place sometime between the first one and the second one. You play as the main character from the first game's little sister, and basically your town is overrun and overflowing with Monokuma, little teddy bears. Except these teddy bears are horribly, horribly killers, and they will kill everybody and anything. Except for kids for some reason, I wonder why. Needless to say, you also team up with Yoko, our scissor-wielding friend from the first game. And as you explore the city, a friendship blossoms between the girls. Honestly, I really enjoyed the story of Ultra Despair Girls, and I hope it does really good on PC. I mean, it looks phenomenal, but then again, it's a Danganronpa game, and they all look phenomenal. Very stylized and very wonderful, though I'm afraid of the smaller world size and also the corridory nature of Ultra Despair Girls might pull some people away from it, but personally I can't wait to jump into it, and hopefully I get to play it again on PC. Oh, but wait, there's more! Just when you think there's not, there's more to be had. Apparently I missed a few titles. So on July 12th, looks like the Isaac guys are back at it again with The End Is Nigh. From what we can see of The End Is Nigh, it appears to be a pixelated, tough-as-nails platformer. It's got 600 levels, which, good gravy, that's a lot of levels. Oh boy. It's also gonna be tough as nails. If I know the Isaac guys, oh boy, they're not kidding. But if it's anything like their previous work, I have a feeling that a lot of people are gonna love it, myself included. And then on July 18th, we have Children of the Zodiarcs. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that horribly wrong. But it's a turn-based strategy RPG with loads of action and really interesting character designs. I especially like all the wonderful, wonderful character designs and character art they have for it. Now, you guys know I'm not very good at strategy games, especially strategy games that also have card deck building elements to them. Good gravy, I'm awful at both of those things. But Children looks like a wonderful, wonderful, interesting title. It's actually one of those games that Square Enix is publishing through their little indie spotlighting thingamabob that they came up with a few years back. It looks really interesting, and I know that Square Enix has pretty good taste when it comes to these type of things. So I'm interested to see what Children of the Zodiarcs has up its sleeve, and I really want to give it a shot, even if I may not be the best person to see gameplay from. Next up, on July 24th, we have The Letter. Now, The Letter is a visual novel, and I don't normally play visual novels that much, especially when I am horrible at narrating things, but The Letter seems like a very, very interesting, very deep character-developed narrative, and it looks really, really pretty, and there's a lot of production value gone into it. And so I figured, why not give it a shot? The thing that won me over most of all, though, was the trailer on their Steam page, because good gravy, that made me think, ooh, this is going to be really good. But if it's anything like my all-time favorite visual novels, 999 and Corpse Party, I feel like we're going to have a fun time, even if we have to put up with a rather bumbling narrator. And then on July 31st, we have another port up our sleeves. We have The Legend of Heroes, Trials of Cold Steel. Now, I actually own this game on the Vita as well, and it was a really good game, although I'll admit it didn't really grab my attention that much. I tried playing it several times, but I never just could get into it. It seemed like there was almost too much to do, and I got overwhelmed and felt like I just couldn't finish everything and anything. But who knows? Maybe this will be a good Anna Monday game to play. We'll have to see what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to play Legend of Heroes, Trials of Cold Steel. But Trials of Cold Steel seems to be a spin-off title from the Legend of Heroes series, another RPG series that I never really got into, but seems interesting nonetheless. Honestly, I really liked the diverse cast they had for it, although I'll admit, with the time I spent with it, which was roughly about 5 hours, I felt like the cast kind of came off as generic at first, though I imagine that'll probably change with time. Especially since it has a sequel and a third game coming out, they have to be doing something right. Maybe I just need to sink more time into it. But anyway, that is our wonderful, wonderful channel update for the month of July. I hope you guys enjoyed, I hope you have a fantastic day, and look forward to the wonderful content we produce. Let me know in the comments below if you have any games you want me to play on my channel, and I'll take a look at them. But anyway, I'm UltraMag64. Remember that whenever you're playing with fireworks, make sure you don't hold them too long, because those things explode, and you don't want to explode stuff all over your hands. That's just not going to be fun. And happy gaming. I'll catch you guys on the flip side with more crazy content and another channel update next month. Bye-bye!